Hello everybody, it's Joke Trader again, and I just want to show how I got the basic entries and like how I was able to analyze ARC and knew that the pump was likely to happen. So in the market, once an imbalance or fair value gap is created, the market obviously must tend to fill it up completely or go back to cover at least 50% of it. And so if we are to look at this, and let's say this was the 50% zone, let's say this was the 50% zone, so therefore ARC must eventually come back to trigger this zone. In anything it's doing, ARC must eventually come back to this level here, this level. So now I'm not a fair value gap trader, because usually when the market tends to fill that zone, usually go back for the other block. So that was why I said ARC will soar back to the 1.1 area, 0.1 area. So ARC, whenever it comes back to this area, would have the tendency of probably dumping again. You understand? So now I saw at the 4-hour time frame that ARC had gotten to a very strong support area. If you look at it, whenever ARC came back to this area, there has been a bounce in the past. That's why I say it's good to check your past price actions. Whenever ARC came back to this zone, there was a bounce in the past. So now, what did ARC do? ARC pumped for a while, then after pumping, immediately there was a very mad decline, and after that happened, it came back to this support on the 4-hour time frame. So now, as a trader, what do you do? I just waited for confirmations. I saw this candle closed. Also, you can call it, let's say, liquidity grab. So now, as the market grabs that liquidity, what happens? You start to switch over to the lower time frame. You switch over to the lower time frame, you will see this. Very clearly. Just like I said, it's acted like a liquidity grab over here. So after you see that clearly, you will see this clearly in the lower time frame. Now this is 1 hour. You might not still get what you want, but you will get what you want from this self. After what happened from the 1 hour time frame, we saw this breakout. That was what caught my attention. The breakout. Like I said, breakouts are usually crazy and massive. So after I saw that breakout, what did I do? I was simply waiting for whenever I come back to the test. So this was the zone that ARC broke out from. This was the level that ARC broke out from. This was the level. I don't want this video to be too long. This was the level that ARC broke out from. So it could add as two things: a break of structure or a breakout and retest level. Also, you can also call it a breakout block. Yeah, breakout block here. From here, you can mark your breakout block out this way. Then what did the market do? The market broke out, retest. So this was where I got my first entry from yesterday. If you go lower than this, you see that the breakout zone was also an order block zone with a fair value gap even. Okay, look at what I said. That usually when the market creates a fair value gap, it comes and fill at least 50%. If you look at this level here, the market filled 50%, pumped a little bit, then came back to the order block. So order block are usually more respective or more respected. Then now, normally as a trader, your first target will be the swing high of the order block, which is here. So that was where I targeted yesterday. I knew that it would break it. I knew it would break it, but normally you have to put a target in whatever trade you're doing. That's why most times I don't put take profit out my trades. I'll be like to the moon. So yeah, so this was where I targeted yesterday, but I didn't even take profit there. I took profit lower at this level because I was no longer active. I needed to go do something, and I've not yet started my swing trade. If not, this would have been a good swing trade. Then what did the market do? The market came back, broke out, triggered the other block in higher time frame, which is a breaker block. Then and now we have seen a massive pump of about 58%. So that was basically how I got this entry yesterday on ARC. It's just a simple setup, just a very simple and very nice setup. And okay, I shared the second entry I got this morning. I shared it with the Telegram channel. Let me show you that. As you can see, we got a whopping percent of 1,155, even though we made a loss yesterday of about minus 570%, and we are back in profits, guys. We're back in profit. So don't forget to click on the bio of this video and you will see the link to join us on our free Telegram channel. You see that we have 1,000 subscribers. That is the correct channel. And remember, all these are just for educational purposes, and nothing I do is a financial advice. If you want a financial advice, please consult your financial advisor. And this is also where you can join us trade. You can create an account with this link. The link will also be added to the description of this video. And yeah, that's just basically how I got my entries. And yeah, thank you and bye bye.